Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody. In the second video report, second weekly report, we will take a look at the Japanese yen because actually guys, we in recent times monitoring three different assets. So this Canadian dollar, Japanese yen and the gold. On the Canadian dollar, we have prepared the daily video last week, somewhere in Thursday probably, where we said that market should take out the daily target. And on the background of the Fed statement and also the intention of the OPEC countries with Russia that they intend to increase the extraction of the oil. On this background, Canadian dollar has dropped, or in the currency pair has moved high and hit our predefined targets. So everything stands according to our long-term analysis, where we said that Canadian dollar will proceed upward direction. I mean the chart. On the gold market, also we have announced some doubts on the bullish perspective on the gold market and said that overall price action doesn't look like that, frosting action doesn't look like some new bull trend, mostly reminds of consolidation. It's very choppy, and it means that the chance on downward continuation looks better. But since gold market stands for very long term in some sideways action, we do not pay much attention to it. And recently, it finally has started dropping. So as we have the 1262 next target, we will continue monitoring what is going on there. It means that right now we could update our on the Japanese yen because it's more necessary to do here rather than on the Canadian dollar and the gold market. And Japanese yen right now stands in the very important moment, in important price level. And depending on the price action that we will see within a couple of weeks, it could be quite different action with the longer term period. In the two words speaking, if market will break this confidence resistance that we have, actually guys, this is long term and strong confidence resistance. You can see from this top to these lows, 3.8 major resistance, also 6.18 from this top to these lows, a very important level. So if market will break this area to the upside and taken out of this top, there will be another hope that it's possible bearish reversal will happen based on the butterfly pattern here. But at the same time, the breakout of this top and moving above it will increase significantly chances that the upward action will continue. At the same time, if market still will reverse down by this pattern that I placed here, it will mean that market could drop as far as to 103 area. It's also very important. So you can see the perspective and scale of this rather significant, and you could understand how important this moment indeed to the further perspective. Why I'm not talking about the butterfly here? Well, guys, if you read our weekly report, you will see that this point where Japanese yen stands, this is the completion of the major harmonic swings on the weekly chart. And if market will exceed it, yes, this will be some last hope for the bears that maybe by the butterflies downward action will start. But at the same time, moving higher here will break the harmony of these swings, and some pattern that leads us to 103 target. This is Gartley's 3 drive by. In this case, the harmony of this pattern also will be broken if market will show high action and will form the butterfly. That's why I think that, yes, already, although the butterfly still exists as the potential pattern for reversal, but this will be much weaker scenario for the bears than current scenario if market will turn down by the 222 sell. Speaking on this pattern, guys, initially, if you remember, when we just have starting to talk about the possible bearish reversal here, we're watching for hand shoulders here. But the moment when the market starts to change the shape of this pattern, because the right arm has been formed, market hasn't shown any downward continuation, it's turned to the upside. Now, in fact, we see the final bearish pattern that could trigger downward action. Nothing else except the butterfly, as I said, exists. This is USDJPY to sell. So if you draw this as I have drawn it, it's AB equals CD, the perfect pattern. You can see that this completion of the CD leg stands slightly below this top, and it makes and keeps this USDJPY to sell valid. So that's the pattern that we will be watching for on the coming week, because this will be a very important moment, whether the market will turn down or not. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we also see some signs of the housing of the upward direction as market has turned to clear shape of the wedge pattern is forming. So you can see this narrowing price behavior that's leading us to the OP target of our daily ABCD. Also take a look, this OP will coincide with the weekly pivot resistance one. Still, as you can see, at the final two candles of the price action is the bullish grabbers, and they suggest upward continuation above this top. So it means that some upward continuation probably will happen in the beginning of the week. At the same time, if you plot the classical MACD indicator, you'll see here among these tops starting appearing of the bearish divergence. So it means that on the coming week we will be watching for completion of this USDJPY to sell. In particular, we will be watching for possible bearish reversal around 11:30 area. That's the moment. This will be very important for the long-term scenario. And this will be very important for moment for this decision make on possible position taking. It's possible taking the short position with the hope that downward action could start. So, in fact, speaking on the longer-term perspective, guys, we have in general the bullish view on Japanese yen currency pair. I mean the chart, not the Japanese yen. So a bearish view on the Japanese yen, but the bullish view on the chart. So it's upward action should be. And on the monthly chart, is forming this really huge reverse hand shoulders pattern that suggests the upward continuation. Here is just a mostly technical moment in what point this upward continuation will happen. It could happen right now. This market will break this up and continue to move higher, or it could happen from the 103 area if another leg down will be formed. But in general, it will not change the long-term view. So for the monthly chart, it's not really a big difference. But for us, as we trade mostly on the daily charts, you can see distance between 111 and 103, it's really huge. That's why we're paying attention to these moments as well.